So.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
We're gonna call the meeting to order at 6:33. This is the Arts and Culture regular meeting. And we'll start with roll call.
Chair Ransom,
Here.
Vice Chair Villa.
Yeah.
Commissioner McCormick,
Present.
Commissioner Porter,
Present.
and then Commissioner Taylor and Zamora both report they will not be here today.
Next we'll move on to Secretary's report.
Yeah, so the agenda was posted on Thursday, October 9th at 6:01 p.m.
Okay. Orders of the day.
Yes, so Commissioners made a change to the agenda, since the Brown Act heavily regulates items that can be added to the agenda. We changed the orders of the day as opposed to approving the agenda. So unless there's a reordering of items or an emergency item to be added, that will be discussed at this point if there's something to do that, but there's no a formal approval unless, like I said, an emergency item would be the one that requires an actual approval. So I thought this would kind of streamline things a little bit more. So that at least unless there's any reordering that the commission wants to do, we're good to proceed.
Okay. Next is approval of minutes for the September 9th regular meeting.
I make a motion to approve them.
Okay, anyone second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, passes. Next we move on to public comment, items not on the agenda.
I don't know if anybody's here. I think everybody's here for specific business items, but if there's any general comments that aren't on the agenda, please feel free to list the commission.
Okay, we'll move on to new business, 7.1, public art request at Monterey Family Apartments.
Yes, Commissioner, you feel free to come to the front to the table. So per the current policy, the Arts and Culture Commission reviews public art associated with private development when it's conditioned upon approvals. City has approved a development that included a condition of public art called the Monterey Family Apartments, including the package information from the plan division for the city, as well as information from the developer and the artist, both are obviously here today. The commission has asked for review, consider and render recommendations to the redevelopment department regarding acceptability or any identified issues with proposed public art. So I'd like to go and introduce Aaron, our senior planner with the city of Doral, who will introduce the development artist for this proposal.
Thanks, Bryce. Hi, good evening. My name is Erin Freitas. I'm a senior planner in the community development department. So tonight we are bringing forward this project. We approved an architectural and site review application for this 94 unit affordable housing apartment project last year. And so we're bringing this forward to the commission's review today because as part of a condition of approval, we have multifamily objective design standards that require any project with 20 units or more include public art into the project. So that was one of the conditions of approval. And so now the developer and the applicant and the artist is here today with a concept for your review. And I'll pass it on to Scott.
Thank you. So my name is Scott Ryan. I work for Rome. We're based out of Santa Clara. This is a 94 unit, 100% affordable development project that we are looking to get our public art approved. The way that we found our artist was first I went to Erin to see if she had any local resources, and then she brought forward Vice Chair Villa to us, and he helped us find Francisco, who has now been designing an archway for us for this project that is front and center. So the project itself is 4 buildings, and right in the middle and in the front is where this archway is going to be planned for. So I'll let Francisco take it from here and explain kind of your process in designing the art and kind of your story as an artist as well, if you'd like.
Well, thank you very much. My name is Francisco Vasquez. And all right. Well, thank you, all of you, for this opportunity. Thank you, Ruben, because he's the one that introduced me with him. Thank you. Okay, so how do we do this? Well, let's start with the design.
Can we have photos? So
Yeah.
say
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys have All right, I don't know how many minutes I got. I'm kind of nervous, you know, I'll try my best in English.
Yeah.
Okay, just be patient with me, please. All right, so this is formula as a gateway for the community of Gilroy. This arch represents that, and also for Santa Clara County itself, this arch. And the materials for this arch is the raw iron, which is, you know, raw iron is, when we talk about raw iron, we're thinking of elegance, fine detail, and timeless. And let me get my notes. Okay. So what inspired me to do this job, or to do this design, was to contribute to the community, because not many people knows about like the viticulture, you know, history of this Santa Clara County, which has been around since 1770s. And like for me, being working with different people, among them, I used to work for Michael Bonfanti, who built Giro Gardens. I used to be his masonry leader, because my first trade is a mason. I'm a mason since I was a little kid. Since I was 8 years old, I was helping my dad in Guadalajara. And so I came to the United States, and I started working for different people, among them Michael Bonfanti. So I learned a lot of things from him. I get a lot of ideas from him. He took me to work to different beautiful places. And so I get related with the wine culture, working for different wineries, doing art pieces in so many in different places, building stone walls, waterfalls, and different things that incorporate the masonry, the stonework, and the metalwork, which is what we got right here. We have the pillars, which they have a veneer stone. It's not going to be a stucco stone, but a real veneer stone that, you know, is going to last. We don't want anything to break, want it to last, and something that we clean it up, you know, will stay like brownie again. So the materials are going to be top notch, the best. These pieces are solid. All the branches are solid pieces. The grapes, same thing, solid pieces. You can see the leaves, they're cast iron. And cast iron or casting was one of the most widely used forms of metalworking, which involve superheating the metal in its liquid and pouring it into a mold where it will cool to shape. That's how we got the leaves that we have in that. And it's very interesting for me because, you know, as everything has a history, casting is a process that has been over 6,000 years old. The earliest metal casting artifact is a frog that is believed to have been created in Mesopotamia in 3200 BC. So do we have some really good, I would say, really good materials to incorporate to this art, and it lasts long time. Plus, we are applying different. In my case, I'm applying different coats, either for the stonework, which we're trying to protect from graffiti, and also the art itself, going to do the sealer protection. And so it's a piece of art that, in my experience and opinion, not many people, for what I know, is working in this kind of vines and things, you know, around here. So it is kind of nice to have this opportunity, because it's not only a beautiful piece of art, but it's also something that is very, very durable. It lasts for too many years. Yeah, I built something like this like 18 years ago, and it's still like in its exterior. And because the owner, he wants it to be rust, so I didn't apply anything. We just let it rust, and it creates the metal or this raw iron creates a small coat of rust, which is also protecting the interior from keep rusting. But in this case, we're going to protect it. But I'm just saying, you know, this is very durable materials, strong, very strong materials. So this is kind of, and I started doing the metal work also since I was a little kid, since I was a child with my dad, creating different, because my dad he used to be a general contractor. So I started working with him since, as I said, I was a child, and I've been working with very important contractors and people around the area of Santa Clara County. Thank you. That's kind of my.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thanks for your patience because it makes me so nervous.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Do we have any feedback, comments, anything like that, Camille?
How long have I known you? And I grew up in a world of art, generations of it, and boy, he is the migration of art.
Oh, thank you
Period,
so much.
literally and figuratively, inside your genes.
Oh,
Thank you,
thank you so much.
and I'm not making it up.
Oh, thank you so much. We went, yeah, we've been together and we'll be sharing sometimes. Thank you.
It is very beautiful. I think it's a great, I love to see the public art that is something like that. You can walk through, it's something that will last for a long time. It's also visible, like that's the main thing. I think that it's visible. I love that.
Do you guys like me to show you a sample of the piece? I got a sample right here.
Sure.
Yes, please.
You help with it or you got it?
Yeah, the pictures too also show, I remember seeing these in person, those aren't going anywhere.
Yeah.
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 I think I tried to move one of your tables before. I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, not gonna.
All right, so this is a piece of, this is part of a table that I built, but also is going to, this is what the idea of what is going to be inside, because we have our frame,
Mhm.
which is going to be made out of this. This is the frame, this is the steel. This is the raw iron. These rods are the raw, I mean, it's iron, and the leaves are cast iron. They all made from, you know, iron. The only difference between the cast iron, the raw iron, and the steel is the amount of carbon
Mhm,
they contain.
mhm.
You know, this one, the leaves, you know, they cannot really bend too much the leaves because they're cast iron. But the steel and the rods, you know, they are um, easy to bend. Not easy, but they have this name too.
Malleable?
Yes. So that's kind of like the difference. I had it in my notes, but I just got nervous anyways. So that's kind of the difference between the three components we got it right here, right? So, okay, so again, this is for the frame, right? We had a double arch. So that's very important because it's going to be like anchored, like very stable, right? As you can see, very, very stable. And this is gonna be the interior, which is going to connect all the arches themselves. They're going to connect, and none of these are going to be exposed in, like in the exterior. They're going to be enclosed, so people won't get hurt.
Yeah.
And also, we're taking all the sharp points. As you can see, the leaves, they're not just thin metal, but they have some good, you know, they're thick. So that's very important. So that way it help us to, you know, to make them smooth. So they're not sharp at all. So they're not, everything is, you know, nice. Okay, another thing is that I had it over there. We're going to have a color, which is a base color for the whole art, which is this brown. This brown is a rust brown, right? And then for the rest, I'm going to have a green patina, which is a darker patina on the branches, and a little lighter green patina on the leaves.
Wow.
Okay, But the base stuff is we wanna see this, right?
Beautiful.
Yeah, because we want to like a rocks. And then we have the patina on the grapes, which is just a light patina, a purple patina. So these are the colors and this is the materials that we're going to use there. Okay.
Perfect.
Really,
Wow, thank you.
thank you so much.
You learned well
That's it.
as a young boy.
Yeah.
So I think for the possible action is. this
So you
recommendation,
can
right?
recommend to the approval, or you can recommend with comments, whatever.
Yeah.
Which was,
Need any other discussion or ready? Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the concept and art as shown and presented today, to city council. Is that who goes to next or?
yeah.
Planning.
think about mine.
Okay, to whatever. Planning, yeah,
Second that.
okay, all in favor?
I
Aye. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you
you
for the
very much.
presentation.
That was
Yeah.
great.
check
Thank
out
you.
his site. You will see the walls and things he builds. You think you're going back to Rome. I'm not making it up.
Oh, yeah.
If you know art,
Yeah.
Yeah,
check out his,
it's
yeah.
really nice to see.
Thank you.
Actually.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.
You bet. Don't forget the
Don't forget your board.
frame.
I'm not, yeah.
It's like.
We're all done.
We're done?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
Now I
Taking care of.
I was worried too much.
a real artist, how would you share what you create? How do you really do that?
Thank
know,
you.
It's
Yeah,
brilliant.
thank you.
Thank you for.
Thank you, guys.
You're welcome.
Adios.
Ruben.
Mhm.
Item 7.2 is the bench plaque inscription for Jim Rogers.
Aw,
Yes, Commissioners, the city received an application for bench plaque dedication for Jim Rogers, submitted by Connie Rogers and Memorial of her husband. In the pack is proposed plaque inscription, which reads, "In loving memory of Jim Rogers, 1939 to 2025, teacher and nature lover who cared for the bluebirds along this trail." The commission is asked to review and consider for approval the proposed inscription. The bench location is on the levee at Euless Park Drive and Lowell Drive. The applicant, if the plaque is fully approved, will also replace the current bench with a newer bench.
Oh, cool. That's what I was gonna ask.
yeah,
Okay.
picture of it, very nice.
And so, Connie is in attendance as well, if you want to do the rest.
Thank you. Well, my husband and I had a project through the Audubon Society to provide housing opportunities for the Western bluebird. Anyway, we had about 50 bird boxes along both
Yes,
sides of the
that's right.
and many of them are on the levee.
Yeah.
And it was a wonderful uplifting hobby, which gave us exercise and anyway, something optimistic to do. So that's why I would like the bench right there,
Mhm.
as opposed to the very nice green benches that are in other locations around the city. So I know it's an unusual request, but I talked to Adam about it and he said he would talk to the Parks Department and apparently it's possible. And that older bench that you see the picture of, the green one, is pretty old and ratty
Yeah.
looking.
It is.
So I would just like
Walk
to
by all of
replace it. And have the inscription that Bryce read. So
Wonderful. It's a beautiful inscription.
yes, thank you.
And a perfect place for it.
Yes.
Well, several friends have said they want to contribute to it, so that's nice too. And there's no urgency, but as soon as, you know, the Parks Department can ride the bench and install it, that'll be nice.
Wonderful. Okay, so any further discussions? No? Okay. I motion that we approve the inscription for the bench plaque in memory of Jim Rogers as written out on our notes.
I second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, passes.
Thank you. I'm just gonna stay and
Bench
listen.
replacement covered by parking.
Yeah, that's right,
City,
Connie.
Or is that part of the donation?
So I'm not entirely familiar with exact hours, but from my understanding from Adam is that it's coming from.
Public Works.
Some private, so,
Oh,
so,
it's coming from-
yeah,
oh.
yeah, so I believe, Ms. Farmer is doing that.
Oh.
Yeah, and so the city will order the bench and possibly we have a standardized bench
Mhm.
and approach, but it sounds like it's the color, so I know there's more coordination going on in the back that I'm not fully aware of on that one, so.
Other benches of that type along the levee that are the recycled plastic that looks like wood.
Yeah.
So I wanted it to look like the other benches
Benches, yeah.
on the levee.
And the birdies will recognize it. There's still boxes out there.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
and the
I
number.
Rick Heinzen was taking care of them this year. I have to talk him into continuing.
Okay, so we'll move on to 7.3, request from the Gilroy Museum to approve a list of items for deaccession. Like, how do I say that?
Oh, we got this session. So the Gilroy Museum is requesting to deaccession several artifacts from the collection. The process requires the museum to present to the commission items requested for deaccessioning. And then to provide a recommendation, the commission to provide a recommendation to city council, who is the trustee of the collection, regarding the request. We have Susan Voss here this evening, and the PowerPoint presentation is included in the packet, and it's also printed on the table for you as well. This time I'll turn it over to you. We'll present that.
Wow.
Good evening, commissioners. I promised I'd come back to you this year. I made it. I'm cheering too. So thank you for the opportunity to speak to you tonight. Before I get into the meat of the request, I would like to introduce our new Gilroy Historical Society president, Joni Lewis, sitting back there.
Welcome, Jody.
Hi.
You will see her again about March or April when we make our annual visit. So I wanted you to know who was installed in the new office tonight. As Bryce said, we're coming before you for approval of items to be deaccessioned from the museum collection. We are asking for your approval and your recommendation to the city council to recommend them to please approve these things. Deaccession, if you did your homework, read my museum report and the letter that covered it, is simply the formal process of removing things from a museum collection. This goes on all the time. In museums, and while it may seem a little strange, I can reassure you it's routine. We do have criteria for this. That was in the museum report. The other thing is the process actually begins in the museum. We have a collection committee and it approves things coming in and going out. We then come to you seeking approval and then to the city council. So in terms of the community that owns the collection, there are checks and balances. And if we all agree, both the museum and those involved, the people of Gilroy are well served, in my opinion. I'm hoping you'll agree. If you would, I'd like to go through the items that I have pictured here, and you can hear some of the criteria applied. If you look at the first page that has a picture of a bench, clock, and a large standing clock, the bentwood bench on the left-hand side is 9 feet long. we have two of them.
Oh, gosh.
From the front of the bench to the back of it is 21 inches. It takes up one aisle in the museum, providing we stack them one on top of the other.
Yeah.
So we just are to the point, we can't afford these things.
Mhm.
We have, in addition, no real place to put it on the display floor. So it languishes in the dark, in the basement, when we need the room. The same thing for the clocks that you see, the large ones there on the right side. They stand about 6 feet tall. They've been occupying our furnace room since 1977. And when we move them out, they have full brass mechanisms.
Oh, wow.
I will probably have to engage movers because they are heavy. Now we have another problem with the school clock that's right there in the middle. We have 10 of those. All right. We have one on display. We usually try to keep, if we can, two of something,
Mhm.
because that allows us to rotate the artifacts, which helps to conserve them. I would like to have one of those clocks hanging after it's been deaccessioned and plugged in the office working for us,
Mhm.
and all the rest of them gone. Here we go with the chairs, of which there are many. The two in the middle of that page have condition problems. They're missing their backs.
Yeah.
Now, we are not going to be repairing them. We're not going to be putting in new backs. I need boxes for artifacts. It's just a question of priorities.
Mhm.
It's also, again, a question of space. You see 4 of them there. There will be more. Moving on, the glass stand there that came originally from Dr. Barton's office, to the best of my knowledge, that is not tempered glass. I cannot put it on display. I do not want it in the basement. We are so crowded that I worry about my volunteers bumping up while they're carrying something and getting cut in an accident. The Regency chair there, we have 4 of them. We originally had 8, but I've tracked down 4. I'm not quite sure what happened to the other 4. It was before my association with the museum. And I should point out, in 2000 or 2001, the entire collection was removed to a warehouse at Christopher while there was painting and wallpapering and carpeting, and the display floor was revamped. Many things went at that time were returned to owners.
Mm.
So we may have kept 4 out of the 8 originally. The other piece to the far right is actually on display. It's also sitting in a place that is not, I wish it wasn't there at this point. We have our old telephones in that particular west side, and the switchboard to the telephones is way over on the east side. I would like to have them in the same room,
Yeah,
just
makes sense.
for proper
Mhm.
display and association and explanation. But I'm not sure we're going to be able to move that. So I would like an option to be able to access it if possible. Moving on, we have more chairs. The two on either end, actually, we can identify styles on those, and they are in relatively good condition. My problem is to display something like this, it's only displaying a style of furniture principally that was at one period of time. The one chair on the right side was associated with the Sargent family that owned Sargent Ranch, which is most of the floodplain in the south area of the county there. So there is an historical connection. Also to the office chair, we have 4 different kinds of office chairs that mimic this one, and this one, while it has detail, it's not in the best condition. Yeah. So moving on, 3 paintings, all of which have nothing to do with Gilroy.
Okay.
This, yeah, this is a prime example of not being in sync with our mission.
Mhm.
And that's good reason to let someone else enjoy it.
Yeah.
Again, the same problem. Some of these things have a fine line connection to Gilroy. The Gilroy Women's Civic Club actually gave us the one painting with roses there. I'm trying to find out if there was someone who lived in Gilroy that claimed the Archbishop as a family member. And the same thing with the map there by Joe Moore, who's actually a well-known Monterey artist. And if you go to the online Monterey Museum of Art, they have a very nice display on his work. We have this map, and we also have a map of the United States by him. So, this is one of my favorites among the things to be deaccession. Bridging the Carquinez Strait was huge in 1927 when it happened. It just so happens again, it doesn't apply to our mission. And these kind of have a closer representation to Gilroy. It hung in a tire shop here in town. They are both advertising pieces of the time, and they were fashioned, I think, by an artist by the name of Albert Lynch. And if you're at all familiar with the Gibson Girls of restaurant fame, it was one of the very early adaptations of a restaurant chain across the United States. And they advertised for single young women as waitresses and employees, and they touted their virtue, and they put some of them in their ads. And they were much like this, peaches and cream complexion, and they were meant to sell. B.F. Goodrich and Company adapted the same sort of advertising, and these two are an example of that. But again, not really Gilroy. These 2 pieces, one of our office chairs and a cabinet. The cabinet has some is in need of some repair, which again, we would not be doing. This is one of the more modern desk chairs that was owned by a justice of the peace here in town. And again, this is a question both of space and display space. The cabinet, it's lovely, but the glass is a problem, and it only has the top half. It originally was on a table, which we cannot identify. The piano is actually a loan from the school district, but at some point, I don't know why, it was accession. So we need to clear the accession, then we need to go to the school district and beg them to take it back. This item on the left is the end of a church pew from St. Stephen's. It's 10 feet long, and it just takes up too much space. The desk there is no longer in the bottom of the museum. We're actually utilizing that now in the office, but to follow protocol, it needs to be deaccessioned, but it has another life. I am enjoying it. Chairs, chairs, and more chairs. And these three, if you notice, the inscription that say, no number, no number, no number. These, as well as other items, were never accessioned. They were simply left at the museum, and we have a little box on our donation form. I'm not even sure we can locate one that says, if you don't want it, if you want it back, check the box.
Yeah.
These are abandoned goods. We do not need technically permission to get rid of these. I have one entire room in the bottom of the basement full of abandoned goods. So I'm putting these on because I want to educate you that if we end up with a sidewalk sale, there may be some things out there that you have not seen, but they are abandoned goods.
Got it.
Okay. The headboard on the left is another example of that, or actually, both of these are. I apologize for the picture on the right. In order to dig our way to the back of the pile, I was holding, let's see, 2 headboards, 3 footboards, and a very large display piece, and both my volunteers were just able to hold the camera up and snap that much, but I'm fairly sure that's a headboard and footboard, and they need to go. And then last but not least, these really lovely, at least I think they are, you don't see furniture done like this, and they're in excellent shape. But we do have numbers for them, and these were one of the footboards and one of the headboards that I was holding as we tried to get that other picture. These comprise in total 49 of the artifacts we would like to get rid of. If you noticed our report, we actually voted the collection committee in 2023 to get rid of some of the framed works. I held off because we were only looking at about 15 things. I wanted to make it worth your while and council's while to do this. And so I am begging you pretty please.
Fascinating, that's all there. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
I actually don't know how you have space for it. As she went through all that, I have no idea.
Well, fortunately, I have volunteers with a much better spatial sense than me, and I say, make that room neat, give me an aisleway from the door almost to the back wall, and they accomplish miracles.
Wow.
So, at any rate, we really need to organize our main basement space. And we need to get everything off the floor where the furniture is. We have small cases we need to move out or move to the furnace room, perhaps. And we cannot do this. We literally do not have physical
Yeah.
space unless we get rid of things.
Well, I
So,
think, yeah, I'm all about
For
cleaning,
sure.
spring cleaning, fall cleaning.
I do have a question. Where does it go when it gets to yourself?
okay, that's a good question.
Yeah.
We can use any and all means to accomplish that. I would prefer to sell what we can because that money gets put in the very same trust whose interest we come to you and ask to use. And it is limited to benefiting the collection.
Mhm.
So it means a storage rack or a box or tissue paper to
Mhm.
protect things. I have a long list. So we can also give it to other institutions. One of the paintings in there is by Morgan Hill artist.
Mhm.
It would look very nice, I think, in the House Museum in Morgan Hill. I would like to give that away as much as I like the bridge covering the Garquina Strait. That might look very good in a museum in Benicia or Vallejo, for instance. We will seek out those partners where it is appropriate. But first priority will be to sell or get a donation. And this, if this goes to council relatively quickly, and by that I mean by the end of this year, and is approved, we have some research still to do on these artifacts. And I want to get a few things, or better things, appraised by one of our antique dealers. They may go out on commission. We may trade. I don't see us doing this, but we may trade for another object. But I'm going to try and get money. And if I can't get that, then I have to look at other options. That glass case, quite frankly, from Dr. Martin's office, I will be on a sidewalk sale and then in a pickup to the dump because it presents
Too much.
a hazard.
Yeah.
So we can do any and all of those things. I will try to repurpose and reuse. And I will hope the people of Gilroy, if they want a piece of the museum, will be forthcoming. Even if it's a 99-cent sale.
Yes, yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think, yeah, we all
Yeah.
agree,
Yeah,
right?
You bet.
I,
Okay,
You bet.
so I motion that we, move forward with recommendation to council to de-assess the items that were listed for the Growing Museum.
Second that.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you very
Awesome.
much.
Good luck with that. And we'll keep an eye out for the
I like it,
sidewalk.
yeah.
For the sale, I wanna check out the sale.
I do have school call.
Well,
Yeah,
That's so
the
random, but-
the other thing, when we get a little bit more organized, if you have any concerns, I can do it now in a limited fashion, as long as you wear closed-toed shoes. I don't want to be responsible for something dropping on your foot. I'm very happy. Just drop by the museum.
Awesome.
Hire a volunteer, can walk you through our furniture row.
Oh, yeah.
And at least part of it, because part of it is so packed, you can look, but you cannot walk.
Okay,
So
sounds great.
you have an open invitation
Oh,
anytime you
Thank
like.
you.
Thank you for your time, your patience.
And we met the new president.
Thank you, Connie, and nice to meet you.
Did a pin drop?
No, it was.
Oh, I don't think it's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think so. Cheers, thank you.
Bye, Johnny. Bye, Connie.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Oh, that was all one too. I thought we still had one more.
Yeah, those were just, yes.
Oh,
You know, they recently moved into town and we're kind of finally to get connected, so.
Oh, cool.
Yes. So they're not, so.
Okay, so, we're gonna move on quickly to 7.4, discussion of the commission booth at the Great Gerlich Halloween 5K Fun Run. Oh, long name.
Yeah.
On October 18th, which is the Saturday.
Goodness.
Yeah, so we'll let Bryce, right, do you have to tell us about it?
Just a couple of updates. So this is a commission item to talk about decorating. That was one of the things the commission would talk about at the last meeting. We do have some updates and information, and so included is a map that shows the locations of the booths. We are booth number 3. So it's at the sports park.
Mm-hmm.
The parking, the general parking is where we would locate. The event, so it's 7 AM agency arrival and setup. So that's where, you know, they can start setting up the booth itself. 8 o'clock AM is when participant check-in and table visits begin. So that's when they're at least people come. So at least an hour to set up. There's a costume contest, Zumba warm. There's a couple other events through there, and then at 9 AM the actual run starts with the wheeled rollers, and accompanied walkers and runners, and then 9:15 the full runners and walkers start. Then 9:45 to 11:30 participants may visit the tables. About 11:30 to 12 would be the cleanup. The recreation is setting up a booth for us because we're our city commission. So they'll have the table. I think they're gonna have a canopy. They do have mentioned email. They do have some minimal decorations if you'd like to use. But they also have some gift bags that children can decorate at the table. This is a craft, an idea. So they would have the supplies for the craft bags, markers, posters.
Yeah, we were talking about an activity, so I'm glad that if they're providing it, that's even.
Yeah,
one
even
less thing
easier.
for us, yeah.
Mhm.
And they mentioned if you want to do something, if you want to do something else, they can, you know, work with
The
that.
poster or the.
I was thinking of bringing the posters or a version that is like smaller for kids.
We can bring these, so we have the 11 by 17,
That's-
8.5 by 11.
I would do the
last
8.
time.
Is that more space?
Smaller ones, yeah.
Sure.
The smaller ones, I mean, but have both, maybe have one for them to take away, that
Yeah,
would be nice.
that would be.
I think that works out well. Maybe I can make a chalk sign or something like we had before, because they still win, what did we say? Not win $500, did we say that?
Yeah, $500
Yeah.
contract award.
Okay, so I think, yeah, that could be fun too, so it can just be both those things. Originally I'd talked to someone in the department and some of the suggestions were maybe like rock painting. Too, like doing a little rock and then, but which I have paint markers for, but you just need space. So I don't know if that would work as well. But if they have the bags, so I mean, we could do both or have whatever too. Doesn't matter to me.
The one table, do you know, or?
My state's one table.
Yeah,
Yeah, so the table's out front, we're behind it,
yeah.
kind of thing.
We could see about if they have, I check if they have extra tables to see if they can do like one and have some.
Or
off to
have
the
it like a
side.
U shape
Or-
instead, or we could bring our own.
We possibly could. I have to check with the recreation, see how close this aisleway is.
But I was thinking even within underneath our tent.
Mhm.
I know it seems like it might be, but if their back one is there and then we have our
You're right.
one or two, maybe even just one.
You could just have one in the center surrounded by chairs, and then that's all, like, I. The ones that, yeah, cause then you just have, you know, your,
Everyone just walks around.
just, yeah, you can
They
stand
go-
in like
oh,
a
okay.
corner, they kinda walk in as like a art.
Like this.
space. Yeah, like that, yeah,
Okay,
and then they just come in.
they don't even need chairs, no chairs.
No
They say-
chairs, yeah, stand and draw.
Because they're visiting this, so I feel like it's
That's
kind of a
true.
quick thing.
Yeah, I guess since it's kind of like a meet and greet and
Yeah,
kind of go through.
really fast.
Check all the
That's cool.
vendors and, yeah,
It's funny.
not vendors, but, well, there's some vendors, but others are.
I think then that would work if we had the bags and then our art thing, so they could take something with them to work on later. I think that works, that's good enough.
I think it'd be cool, yeah.
And then decorating it,
And then we have to dress up.
and we have to dress up. So,
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
the
that's.
badges.
Commissioner Zamora did mention that she when we released, she's excited about it. Should state that, where is it? I just had the note here. She mentioned what she was coming as.
Oh, wow, she's already.
I already got my costume picked out too. I'm ready.
The meeting, you guys were
Yeah, I'm already ready for it.
excited.
So while that loads,
what do you?
is there?
Surprise, keep it a surprise.
I got platform shoes and
Keep
everything.
it a surprise.
Keep it as a surprise.
It's a good idea.
Surprise.
Well, if-
Well, do you want me to share what she does?
Because then we know if it's, we should do this similar, like we should be a group, or if we should be just whatever. I think it helps, right?
Well, I'm also nosy.
Yeah.
I also never grow up when it comes to arts.
I just
kind of liked in anticipation, but don't worry about it, keep going. See, you gotta, they wanna know.
What are you gonna be?
I don't know, I have a lot of costumes.
Oh, no, she doesn't say what it is. It
Good.
says she has her costume ready.
Oh,
Seventies.
So my apologies.
I'm going to-
She has everything.
So
Yeah.
like,
I have my
Shirts,
platforms and my bell bottoms and my disco shirt. I'm ready.
well, disco.
So I'm not gonna be walking much. I'll be a lot
You
standing.
can stand in the corner.
Yeah,
But
this is our
it's
booth.
for decorating,
Yeah.
so I have a lot of decorations too, and I'm decorating downtown at the same, well, same time-ish. So I could drop off one banner that you could hang in the background of this. And then you can have your things in the front and whatever.
What is the banner?
I got, no, it's like a backdrop. I have Halloween backdrops, I have all kinds of.
Oh, that'd be
backdrops.
fun. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I have Galaxy. I did a
Yeah.
whole- What is that, not Star Wars? Yeah, is it Star Wars with the, robot guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A robot guy.
The
robot guy. The robot guy.
I have stands with them. Like,
You know that movie with the robot guy?
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, Star Wars?
Yeah, with lightsabers. So
Yeah.
I have that. Anyways, I have a few themes, but we can text each other or something.
Yeah,
if we
yeah.
need to. We just know
You gotta
decoration.
get Wendy on that
Well,
too.
yeah. But we'll have to do it soon, cause I have to get out of my storage.
Yeah.
So decorating, we'll handle that at 7.
Okay. Sounds good.
I think we can do it. Do we have to bring a linen? I have black.
Yes, this says they provide table, chairs and
Okay.
tent.
Black.
I'll bring
Yeah.
the black linen.
Easy.
Okay.
Should we bring, like you're saying, like candy or something, or should we
Yeah.
bring?
Randy mentioned that you can bring it. Apparently, I guess some agencies are bringing some raffle prizes, but we're not a separate organization. That's not typically.
And
we
if it's a
can-
I think
5K
it's
run, they're
one-
probably not eating sugar.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm teasing. I
I
know.
Do you want them to have like,
I'm
Give
teasing,
them a
because
chance
5K for, I mean, I don't know who's doing it, but I mean, it's one thing to, do a marathon, but 5Ks,
yeah,
I mean, it's cute. So when they finish up, not that they don't want
Here's your
to,
Hershey's. Yeah.
yeah, here's your little
Yeah.
candy.
Yeah.
Okay,
Halloween.
I may be able to come help clean up, but.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. I can only come after the kids catechism class.
I'll be there in the morning. I have to leave 10-ish. So I'll be there. I won't be dressed up. I'll be in
I can help set up, then I have to leave and set up downtown, and then I can come back.
What is
Okay.
downtown? Oh, that's right, the beer
Beer
car.
crawl, but I'm doing
The
the
beer crawl.
Halloween alley photo
Oh,
ops.
on
So
the,
basically,
down the alley
the same
then?
thing.
I'll see what Wendy can do too, because I think,
She has stuff too.
yeah, because
Okay.
I think I might be double booked, but I can double check. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll text her.
Okay,
Probably in the morning.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a question, where is the park? Because they say sports park. I know all the parks, but what is the sports park?
Sports-
Autonomous?
No, George Sports
Oh,
Park
down
is-
here, got it. That's why I
Yeah.
want to say sports park, because they're all different names. I said, yeah, great.
Yeah.
I'll-
so
Yeah,
it's on
sports
Monterey.
complex.
Yeah, where the sharks will be.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. I would presume that, but I just wanted to be certain that that's, yeah, because I was
Yeah.
trying to
So
figure.
it's on the,
Yeah, no, I know where it is.
westernmost.
Oh, yeah, no, I know
baseball field.
exactly. Used to be all orchards in my day. All torn out.
Wendy's.
We got a lot of money for it.
I think I've yours.
Yeah, I'll write it down.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so
I'll be there.
I think we're good.
You will.
But I'm just coming as I'm not
We
gonna.
just need those papers.
Because I look like a Halloween costume.
That's-
Yeah, I can.
She's like, I'm not gonna dress up because I look like a
Look like Halloween costume.
Okay, so we're good at that. So we'll move on to 7.5 approval of the 2026 meeting schedule.
So, in the packets, the meeting schedule, assumes each possible regular meeting for the year is held. There are no known conflicts with any city observed holidays. We got a couple near misses, that were mentioned in the report. So we're doing this earlier than we normally do because we have a November meeting. This year's November meeting is on Veterans Day, so that was canceled. And the communication engagement office is needing to get the schedule out for next year. Before our December meeting.
Okay.
So there's 3 near misses. So in the packet, I don't know if anybody's reviewed the dates. And it's a big packet and we're all busy. We have 3 near misses.
I'll read it.
September 8th is right after Labor Day on September 7th. October 13th is the day after Indigenous People / Columbus Day. October 12th. That's not actually a city observed holiday. So it doesn't matter that for the city, but it may be for you. And then November 10th is the day before Veterans Day. So we got, so it's near, but it's not on the days, but.
Those are fine.
And it's the 250th anniversary of the Marines
Oh, wow.
this year. Yeah, I mean, I have to say that, sorry.
Yeah,
Because we have to on.
Yeah, they have
Yes,
the
now
250th
people
of
are
the
obliterating.
Army this past year, next year as in Marines, Navy.
Yeah, Army was April 19th.
Hmm.
The Navy was yesterday. And the Marines is November 10th. It's 250 years.
Wow.
Then it goes into the next year for the Air Force and things. Old.
So if you've had a chance to look, do we want to motion into it?
So the question is, I know in the past we've usually canceled the July meeting.
Mhm.
But it's again,
Right.
it's July 14th, so it's 10 days after the 4th of July.
Yeah,
It just depends on
I
you.
don't know, I feel like,
Yeah, you don't like fun.
it doesn't matter to me, I
Yeah.
feel like we need it. So just keep it,
Yeah.
and can we
Yeah,
always
yeah.
amend, like,
Yeah.
can we
You can always
decide?
cancel me.
Yeah,
There's no.
I think
No, I
we
agree,
need
I
it,
agree with that.
just so it's there,
Yeah,
because
the
if we need
regularity.
something, yeah,
Okay.
and it's not that frequent, so.
No.
I think December is the hardest one, so I think that's fine. December is really
Yeah, 'cause the
difficult for people,
holidays, yeah.
but I think July is fine. So I'd like to motion to approve the 2026 schedule as listed.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Just confirming, you're saying with the December meeting included, because you're
Yeah.
talking about December being challenging.
December, is it on there?
It's,
Oh, shoot, I
So
didn't
it's
do
on the
another
side.
one.
Sorry.
Here,
I would say removing the December 8th meeting
Oh, okay.
from 2026. Oh, no, just leave it and let them
Well, I mean, I
cancel
was
it.
just like,
For the love of Gilroy event, if it
We
continues to
kept
be in
it.
February.
We'll
so-
need it. Okay,
did we make a special meeting
Yes.
this year? Yeah,
I
fine.
would say just leave it.
Yeah, I agree
Okay,
with you.
I have a motion to accept the 2026 meeting schedule as listed.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. It passes. Old business, 8.1 for the 11th Gilroy Art Program.
Yes, Commissioner, so this is, really, this is just a general update. There's no actual action or any kind of recommendation at this point that staff is requesting. Included as an attached to the staff report is the program milestone schedule.
Mhm.
And so this is taking the dates that were decided by the commission. I did input a couple of others that are highlighted in blue, which are kind of more internal functions of either the call for artists or the approval process for
Mhm.
council. But so far we are on track. The next dates, we have a couple in October, which is the deadline for questions, October 23rd. We do have one. I'll have to once you get those collected, I'll have to relate to the subcommittee because one of them is a technical question. And so I want to make sure that we're all on the same page on that one. And then we'll post response to October 27th. And then at that point, it's all the way to December when submissions will do in virtual. So if there's any questions, I did want to, I think I've found funding that we can use for stage.
For the unveiling and event, okay.
So I think we can do that. I'm getting confirmation of the specific amount because it may be a mix between this and fundraising.
And we might be able to get some in kind for that, so I'll try to make some connections for it as well.
Excellent. But that's all I have for the question.
Was there any updates to the posting on the city social media page, or was it just gonna be posted in the future or somewhere else with the misspelling that we had?
I think Rochelle took care of that
Yeah.
one. I mean,
Saw that it got changed.
yeah, I got changed on that one. That's the one they're gonna use for the future, because they're gonna have, there's a campaign of repeat. They're gonna push it out a couple times, so for the campaign
So
process.
it's fine. I didn't notice it even, like,
Yeah, it was the one.
I think it's one of those things where you read and your brain corrects it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? It's like
That's so true.
the L and the R was,
Well, it's also like, it's like small, right?
It's so small.
It's like all the
You just need
perfect
to update
scenarios.
your brain.
mhm.
So I think they've already got that addressed, and then I think they're gonna use that modified one, unless we provide them with something different to publish for further.
So then I guess we move on to 8.2, continuing fundraising discussion, if there's anything along those lines that we'd like to discuss. Thanks.
So yeah, this is opportunities for additional ones. We had a couple that were mentioned last time. One was updating the bench
Yeah.
program, so still getting information on that one.
Okay,
And then direct donation request was the other one that was discussed, funding donations for fundraising auctions, fundraising dinners and meals, donating venue rentals. I haven't seen ideas that we had talked about, and if anybody had any additional ideas, they would email it in. I haven't seen anything yet. But I was continue to develop ideas, but it may also be time to, this is what I was kind of talking about, some money for potentially seed money for fundraising activity. Maybe a recommendation to the commission to kind of identify a low impact, for a better term, low impact fundraising event that we can use some seed money for to kind of kick it off as a fundraiser, see if it brings back more than that what cost, and then feed up the program beyond that. But I don't want to. You're not forced to go that way.
yeah,
It's just-
no, but
just a
that's,
thought that I had, just kind
I
of
think
something
that's
going.
like the steps you have to take when you're starting something now,
Yeah.
because otherwise, if you try to go too big,
Yeah,
it's challenging when we only meet once a month and just given that some of the variables.
Yes.
So I think that's a good idea.
I feel like an easy one would be we have, 14 works of art by local artists that we could potentially choose a few to print and sell as prints.
Well,
Right, was that one of
I'll
the?
give you an update on that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this would be something like like the fundraising gala that was.
Yeah,
So maybe doing something small like that,
Yeah.
or something that is. So those particular requests, which are from the council, I'll give you an update during the staff comments on those.
okay,
But this should be time. And again, we're kind of operating with a few down.
Yeah.
So-
When we say fundraising gala, what would that be? Like, what would that look like?
people would buy tickets for an event that we're hosting kind of thing.
And it's a lot of work.
It's a
to
lot
do
of
an
work.
event
It is.
It's a
like
lot of work.
that caliber.
That caliber,
It's
and
a lot of
you
work.
would need like.
I don't want to be negative.
Yeah.
It's a
No,
lot.
it's honest. It's
The
honest.
the one thought is you do something smaller, maybe like
Yeah.
the fundraising dinner. And like a
Okay.
dinner,
Fundraising
Soft,
brunch.
just initial, so
fundraising
maybe something
cocktail.
small, maybe
Yeah.
like this, one of the
Like that one.
venues.
Water.
Would this also be included in doing the business to business idea that we were talking about before as well, to go to the
Mhm.
businesses and?
Yeah.
I think that
So we
would
do
be,
that to get auction items.
yeah, I think that would be a
Yeah,
good one as well.
Need auction items.
If we were to do like a little dinner or something like that, is it like a silent auction? Would do something like that? Okay,
It's an
cool.
auction, or you can also do, which is fun, I've seen that at some booster clubs, where they actually do, not the silent auction, but they have like two or three of the really nicer kind of donated items.
Yeah.
Actually do an
I'd say the
actual
mini art.
auction.
Oh, I would love
Good
that.
time.
That would
It's
be
fun.
fun, actually.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, I think something like that could be, I mean, that would be in months, but you
Right.
know.
Yeah.
I think that would be a good idea.
We used to do that many times at golf courses for the people that left
Oh,
the
yeah?
golf course when they were retired. We were
What's
seeing a
that?
mini art show that you would auction the mini art pieces.
So we would essentially, we'd have
They'd be on
to.
display.
I love that.
That's
That's hilarious.
art.
How does the city do that?
Donate.
See, that's the other thing, this is
And
not
then
private.
be like a small 5x7.
So how does the city do that?
maximum,
No,
So
we
if
we
you had
would have, the
art,
artist would have to
people would buy
donate their
tickets.
pieces.
and then
We
they
would
buy
provide
it.
them their things, so we do it for local color.
Gotcha.
For the 31 Skulls event, like they give us this chintzy skull. You do all the stuff and you give it to them and they auction it off. Mine
This-
auctioned for
the
$2,000.
city,
You could also
My
split.
$10
Yeah, that's the
Donation.
split,
oriental
yeah.
trading skull I painted
Oh, that'd
and
be
they auctioned
cool.
it for $2,000, so they got $2,000.
And the artist, we were given a choice, at least in this instance, we were given a choice of how much we wanted to retain up to a certain, they gave us options. They said like, you can donate 100%, you can donate 75, donate 50%, I think that is like the breakdown.
Okay.
So
went down.
whatever.
That's what I think I just
changed-
stayed
it
on
changed a
board.
little
with
more.
that.
Yeah.
You can keep 10% or
Yeah.
20%, and I just said, just give it all, I didn't care at that point.
Wow, they reduced it.
Oh, that's what I was gonna tell you.
I know.
Yeah, they reduced it. They needed to make.
Yeah.
money.
I thought it was 50%.
Yeah.
But I think it's kind of fun, it's interactive,
I
it's
do.
cool, could be a fun option, but it's a good idea, I think that's super fun and unique.
Yeah, mini art.
I
About
like
time we do
mini-
something like that too.
mini art.
Yeah,
How fun,
I wanna, yeah.
okay.
Go mini art auction. Where could we have it? At the Center for the Arts?
Mhm.
Huh?
Yeah, make sure.
Somewhere small, or the annex?
Yeah. Very well.
We have, yeah, so we can really give the list of facilities, so we have like that, we could do, the city owned ones, obviously, this George Center for the Arts. We could do
sounds about it.
second floor of Old City Hall.
Love
The
that.
Center for the Arts is so big for like a
There's
mini
different-
art show. It's enormous.
The whole
It's the
point.
whole point, make it look
Yes,
super small.
Make it like grand for
And
cute pedestals in there.
That's so funny. I can see that.
No, Old City Hall is a great place too.
that's Sue's,
That's true.
Mhm.
that's history.
Mhm.
Gilroy.
Or you could do it open, depending on the time of year. There's some, we could do some
Oh, I don't
Hot
know.
though. it
secluded
could be-
park areas that.
It's hard to tell what the weather does now.
Can we have it at the Red Barn? We have less.
They said that something, I don't wanna argue that, I'm always. No, but they said
Every
it's- it's something
year.
not
you
correct
think
about
about
it.
it.
So they're working on that.
Every,
You can find
every
that out.
moment you say,
Okay.
it's
Yeah,
dry.
it's, in other words, it's not,
Okay,
there's some little creek.
all
I
right.
mean, the La Casa, I would be down to have it there too. That was
The what?
His
at
place.
the Willie House.
Oh, the Williams.
do like the fundraising dinner too. I think those are good
Mhm.
ideas.
And the
Combining two.
combination,
I do. I think it's
So
good
it's
for a
good to get
community just to get together.
support the arts.
Yeah, the mini art show, and then.
I think near show. auction,
Dinner and a show. Dinner and a show.
So fun.
Yeah, that would be fun. The only place is gonna be finding, everything.
Yeah,
There's ways to do it.
There's
But there's
ways.
exactly, it's doable.
Providing-
Yeah, no, I think it'd be a good
Okay.
idea.
It's a lot.
But that, I mean, we'd have to figure out, the month we want to do it and everything else. That's a,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's a great idea. I think that's a start
I
of
like that.
something. Okay, anything else you want to talk about for fundraising or are you guys ready? Okay,
I feel like we should just keep it lightweight always. I don't know if we're the type of organizing body that
can do.
can do a gala. When you call it a gala, you're like,
Tell me about it. I've been around a
you
long
have
time.
such
and
high
galas, and it's
expectations
a lot
for
of
a
work.
gala, and it's
And I'm
like,
not talking about, it's just
I
a lot
think
of
you
work.
say it like that
And I don't mean that negatively, I'm just saying-
yeah, there's a difference. The exact the wording on it is gonna be
Yeah,
important.
if you're gonna have a gala, a gala's one thing, but to have a dinner and a art
Exactly,
show
yeah.
is different.
For,
Yeah, yeah,
and that's like the purpose.
Yeah,
You know, you want people
Well,
to
and-
go in there knowing they're gonna be giving money. Like,
yeah.
come with open.
Yeah.
Wallets.
Minds
pockets,
and wallets.
everything.
and hearts.
Yeah.
And
Right?
then look at all the paintings stuck in the museum.
I
Yeah.
know.
It's just fascinating.
I know.
You know, people buy them and that intrigues me. It's
It
just,
is
you know,
interesting.
and that nothing new under the sun. It just,
But
yes. We
Okay.
should get some of those paintings from the Historical Society
Give us
and,
a.
and put it there. I'm just saying, I,
Yeah.
now I thought about paintings, you know. Not that we want our art, but you know, local
I
artists,
think
but that's
interesting
also
too.
when that you get two of them and get some money for it
Mhm.
and have underneath what it was. I bet you people buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any Gilroy art related community events updates?
yes, Friday, Noche
Yeah.
Spooky at La Casa.
And it's the third Friday art walk?
Third,
Is
yeah,
it
that's
third Friday art walk?
Third Friday art walk.
Yeah, third Friday art walk this Friday. There's a special
This
event.
Friday's the third Friday.
It's already.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it's funny. I just projected it a little. Oh my
I
gosh,
know.
my daughter's gonna be 53.
Wow.
It's Friday. Okay. I thought it was the following. Okay.
Commission comments? I have something for you guys. I meant to bring it last week. What?
It's cute. Thank you.
Exactly.
I love this. This is
You haven't had
Oh,
that.
yeah. Well, yeah, this is great.
And then, yeah,
Sorry.
and one for the other two. Right, you get one too?
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, so, yeah, Local Color did these, and this is just a thing that they do, they sell as a donation
Mhm.
to Local Color. So,
That's cool.
I got some for you guys,
Love it.
but that's another example of a
Yeah.
simple
They've
idea.
got two
Okay.
little things here.
Thin.
It's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
No, I'm teasing you.
Well,
But
a
it's
lot of
true,
friend
it's
of
not
one has the
easy.
same.
Yeah.
A lot of
It's
friend
funny,
has
no,
the
and
same.
it's, you know,
Yeah.
because you get these pins and, but then they have two, maybe they just want to make certain it stays on
It's
something.
heavy. You're gonna be walking in
Yeah.
like.
Put it on your backpack.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This one
So-
picture didn't flip upside down.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. On top of it.
Something out the funds.
Yeah, exactly.
But even this gave me an idea, I thought of for the funding, so it's all, you could really do anything, so. We can come up with a little something about fun Gilroy art, we could say whatever, right? Okay,
And I have just a question. What, when you say fund public art, could you define that, what that means?
I don't know what that means to
Yeah,
them.
no, and I really want to know.
So
Yeah.
public art policy has a definition. It's very broad, gives a lot of discretion for what's public art. It lists off a slew of media that can be used, topics, identifies a location for public art. As far as like a broad description, not like specific like this region, but like an actual description of like in the public venue, public accessible. It's a pretty extensive one. That's actually one of the policies that the commission is looking at. It's on the work plan for the next now year and a half to go into and look
Right,
at
yeah,
it.
yeah, no, thank you. And I didn't, yeah, but it's interesting because it's such an interesting general term.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you.
pretty long.
Anything else?
Hmm.
No?
Nope.
Okay, staff comments?
Good. Only a couple, but I wanted to give an update on the recommendations that were approved at the last commission. So the recommendation for allocating a portion of the general fund savings at the end of the year was included in the October 6th agenda under council correspondence. But the item discussed the parks allocation had been pushed back. So that's when we discussed October 20th. So at that point, we'll know kind of what council's view is on that possible approach. The other correspondence from merchandise, based on the action before, I went ahead and some of these pushed back to the November 3rd meeting. So that way, hopefully the discussion is done before they proceed to the next one. I can keep that to the, well, actually, that was too late for the 20th. Yeah, so for council, they're issuing the final packets now a week ahead. And so there's a little less leeway to add things, after our meeting. So yeah, November 3rd meeting would be when it'll go.
Okay.
Boards and commissions, just a reminder, there's boards and commissions annual appreciation dinner. It is Thursday, November 20th at 6 p.m. at the Gilroy Senior Center. And then the committee, the committee working on that one, I just wanted to remind the commissioners to look for the official invitations coming out soon. And so, you know, love to have everybody there, the whole commission be there, it'd be great.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
So,
So sad.
What time is it gonna be?
This November.
6 p.m.
Got it.
November 20th.
November 20th. I think that's right before the third Friday art walk.
Nah, there's no, this is the last.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
Yeah,
Sorry about that,
When did we decide to do the December emergency meeting?
Well, we decided to keep the regular meeting because that was, it was at the last meeting, we were talking about the schedule for the Fort Love Road, because that's when you'd be able to evaluate the designs
Mhm.
in time to make the January 5th meeting for council and keep on schedule for the February.
Correct.
Is that there gonna be a challenge that date?
Oh, no, I
Oh, okay.
just forgot.
Just to know.
Yeah. Just forgot.
No.
So one thing to kind of go back, just there's no decision on it, it's just what I'm gonna do. But on that, if you notice from the schedule, I have a week for the commission to review. So the thought is that I will have the packet out to the commission on December 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
And then that gives till the 9th, so almost a week, to review the designs. So you're not trying to rush the last minute. I think last time we ended up, and we'll still do the table out here and put all the designs out for everybody to look at.
Mhm.
But if you have time in between,
To
a
just
little
go.
bit more time to look if you wanna,
Good.
preview anything.
Okay.
That's
It
all.
closes the first, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it gives me a couple days to kind of sort everything and get into some type of shareable format to get back to. So as you get closer, I may email out to see preferences as far as if you want physical copies or electronic copies, I can whatever works.
Mhm.
So that completes the comments.
Thank you.
Awesome, okay. So now we have future agenda item requests. Anything else? No?
We're set.
Can we do, if we do it during December, can we have like a little holiday snacks? I like snacks. A holiday something when we're doing our,
Starting like what, holiday thing or city provided?
no, like holiday thing.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to do that? Okay, we could bring like something,
Yeah.
share and do our, this is when we're doing the thing, right?
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, it's just kind of a
Oh,
fun,
that'd be fun.
more
I
fun
like the
day,
idea.
like maybe everything will be laid out.
Yeah,
And we're reviewing the art, maybe we can have some holiday.
I'll put on an ugly
treats.
sweater.
What was that?
I'll put on an ugly sweater.
I love the festivity. I'm in. I'm down.
I have my other.
I feel like that word.
That's my art, ugly.
Here. Okay, so ugly sweater, December,
Done.
I love it.
Event.
doing the art.
Event.
Yep.
So I just think we should do something a little fun.
All
Will
of
be.
it's all and has holes in it.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
To it.
That's part
Do
I
it.
have little cashmere sweaters from the old days, and they have a few little teeny little holes, not many, but the bugs are, because it.
The little mother, yeah.
Just. I know
Okay.
it's fun.
Well, I guess that's it. We
Fun.
went through a ton of stuff, you guys. Thank you for like,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was fascinating.
We're
Fascinating.
going to adjourn the meeting at 7:51 PM. Future meeting dates are,
December.
well,
What's November?
November.
Nope.
Cause on Veterans Day.
Oh,
The
yeah.
11th.
Okay,
Wow.
December 9th.